Oh, Coffee.
So I guess first of all, we just wanted to ask you, and I know it's kind of, I don't know if it's a moot point now that the governor has instituted the social isolation order, but you were one of the senators who sent this letter to the gov asking for a lockdown, asking her to reach out to the FAA to ban flights coming in. Can we just quickly just get your reaction on the governor's rejection of that idea?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a full rejection. I am pleased that she took a more serious stance and a stronger stance on us having isolation and social distancing. Those elements we of course would like to see more implemented, but we are. My understanding is that those of us who wrote the letter are appreciative of the fact that she has implemented stronger actions towards what we were getting towards, and we hope that as things unfold, she will continue to do what she can to strengthen the protection of us all, because of course what we want is protection of us all.
Right, and so that's kind of the feeling that I got, is that you guys had asked the governor to do one thing, what some people would call an extreme thing, and instead she gave you a couple not as extreme things. So it was kind of a trade-off, right?
Right. Well, I know she has a lot to balance out, and we all want safety to be the first and foremost for all of us. So we will continue to get to where we need to be with those actions, I'm sure, or we will continue calling for those actions to be implemented so that we're containing this as much as possible.
Is the legislature monitoring the situation with the people that are on quarantine and some of the concerns that they have been raising in terms of how unorganized it is and the lack of staff at these hotels that they don't have PPEs? Have you heard anything at all?
Well, we're definitely keeping an eye on it, and hopefully we will be able to have a conference call where we can all talk together today and see what needs to be done to move forward. A lot of our time, and I'm glad we're able to do it, is to field constituent concerns, to be able to reassure people, to be able to just relay information that helps them understand how to navigate through the situation that is. So I think that's important, but I do think we need to be continuing to look at all of this and make sure that there's as much order as possible, that the message is as clear as possible, and people's safety and health are first and foremost, as I was saying.
What are your constituents asking you, Senator?
Well, some of them were asking for just understanding about a lot of the flights that were coming in. They wanted to make sure that their family members were able to get here, and they wanted to make sure that they understood whether or not their family member or friends might have to go through that quarantine process. So they were just asking for confirmation on that. Those were a lot of the concerns as well. We've also had some discussions about the fire watch and some of those other issues as well. My heart really goes out to, and I'm so appreciative of people who have been out there fighting fires already, and it's a shame that, especially in this really stressful time where we're trying to do our parts, that they have to go out there and additionally take care of other safety concerns on top of all the other safety concerns we have right now. And so I'm really, really hoping that we aren't going to be having any more fires set at this time. We're already so stressed and focused on these other issues. I really hope that the fires are going to be kept at bay.
Right, and so I'm thinking that it's the same thing with with first responders. They're kind of busy now with COVID-19. Same thing with you guys. Don't do anything stupid around your house you're gonna get hurt. You end up having to go to the clinic because we really need all the medical resources to be kind of focused on this COVID-19. Senator, I'm thinking less fires. Possibly less man-made fires because everybody should be staying home.
Well, One would hope so, but I know that firefighters have been out there. Just the other day, they were fighting fires in several locations, Cross Island Road and other places where they were fighting fires for a couple of days. So we haven't had a fire since those, I don't believe, and I hope that the community is going to just consider the rest of us, consider caring about one another during this time, and not be setting any more man-made fires anyway.
Right.
Do you feel the community has been fully informed of the situation?
Well, there's a lot of information going on out there. It's being released rather continually, and so those are some of the phone calls or the messages that I'm receiving. Is some of it is just trying to navigate their way through the messages, and so part of what my office has been doing, and myself personally on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, is trying to find those messages from the World Health Organization, those messages from our government, our different agencies, or our different offices that are clear, they're simple, they're concise, and to just be putting those out there so that they can be passed around. I think, that's one of the things we can all be doing for each other and all have a role in this, I would say.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say thank you, Senator.
Well, and I wanted to mention, and this is something, during this time, it's important to have these rules of understanding these rules of safety, social distancing, washing our hands, good hygiene. And so I noticed that one of the people, I think it was on Instagram or Twitter, but I really liked it, and so I wanted to pass it on. It said the tomorrow COVID-19 rule number 1. And it said, wash your hands like you would pick Doni Sali and your eye was itchy. And I thought, that's so clever. When I've been told over and over to wash my hands, or we should all be washing our hands for 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 60 seconds, it seems kind of abstract, right? It's like you stand there and you're washing your hands and you're trying to count or sing a song.
I just do Finogi Chamorro, that's what I do.
Wrong. But when I read that, I thought, oh my God, if I was washing my hand after picking Doni Sali and my eye was itchy, I totally get it. I would be washing my hands so thoroughly, every nook, every cranny, under the fingernails and everything else. And I really thought that put a perspective on it that we really could gravitate towards. And so I encourage others to look at those other rules about social distancing or what have you, and to challenge themselves to come up with a local spin on it that helps us understand it, but also want to implement it, and to provide perhaps a little bit of lightness in a very, very serious situation, not to take away from the seriousness of what we should be doing, but to keep things light as we remember to do them and implement them.
Yeah, don't forget to laugh. There's a saying about it being the best medicine. But thank you, Senator, so much for your time.
Thank you. Be safe.
All right, there you go, Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano. Let's get from the Guam Election Commission, Maria Pangolin in on quickly. Maria, I know you guys had the meeting yesterday. My